Hello and welcome to the Madhouse with you, boy Jesse. Now, pull up a chair and get comfortable, cause today we're taking a little trip. We're heading over to the beautiful islands of the Philippines, a place where the smiles are as warm as the sunshine. If you've ever wandered through a Filipino town, you've probably seen her. On street corners, in the front of jeepneys, and just about every home you peek into. I'm talking about Mary, the mother of Jesus. Her presence there is powerful, vibrant, and woven into the very fabric of daily life. It's a beautiful thing to see, but it can also be a little confusing if you didn't grow up with it. Why is she so important to so many people? Today we're going to unpack that very question. We're going to talk about why Marian devotion, which is just a fancy way of saying the love and honor folks have for Mary, thrives so strongly in the Philippines. This ain't about getting lost in complicated church rules or dusty old books. Nah. This is about understanding the heart behind the practice. It's about looking at faith through the eyes of folks who live it every single day. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it clear. Think of me as your friendly guide, like a good neighbor explaining his prize-winning tomato recipe. No judgment, just curiosity and a little bit of learning. Our journey is gonna cover some ground. We'll start with the basics. Who Catholics believe Mary is and why she holds such a special place in their hearts. All right, so first things first, who is this Mary we're talking about? At the most basic level, everyone knows her as the mother of Jesus. She was a young Jewish woman from a little town called Nazareth. The Bible tells us an angel came to her with a pretty wild proposition. She was chosen by God to be the mother of his son. Now put yourself in her shoes for a second. That's a heavy-duty request. But instead of running for the hills, she said yes. That yes is a huge deal for Catholics. They see it as the ultimate act of trust and obedience to God's plan, a perfect model for how they should try to live their own lives with faith. But for Catholics, she's more than just a historical figure who played a crucial part in the Christmas story. They see her role as something that continues. She wasn't just the vessel, she was the first disciple. She was there from the beginning, at the birth in that humble stable, and she was there at the end, standing at the foot of the cross watching her son die. She experienced the highest joys and the deepest sorrows of human life. This makes her incredibly relatable. People feel like she understands their own struggles, their own heartaches, and their own moments of happiness because she lived them too, and she did it all with unwavering faith. Because of this unique role, Catholics give her special titles. You'll hear them call her Blessed Mother, Our Lady, and most importantly, Mother of God. Now that last one, Mother of God, can trip some folks up. It's not meant to say she's a goddess or that she existed before God. It's a title that's really more about Jesus. It's a shorthand way of saying that the baby she carried in her womb, the child she raised, was not just a man, but was truly God. So, if Jesus is God and she's his mother, then she is the Mother of God. It highlights the incredible mystery of the Incarnation. The idea that God became human. So, when a Filipino family hangs a picture of Mary in their home, they're not just hanging a portrait of a saint. They're inviting in a model of faith, a companion in suffering, and a motherly presence. They see her as someone who is now in heaven, but still deeply invested in the lives of her spiritual children here on earth. She's not a distant, untouchable figure, she's family. And in a culture like the Philippines where family is everything, having a heavenly mother who is always there, always listening and always caring is a source of immense comfort and strength. It makes the divine feel personal, close, and accessible. Now let's get into some of those big ideas I mentioned earlier. The beliefs that Catholics hold about Mary are all wrapped up in what's called Marian theology. It sounds intimidating, I know, but all it really means is the study of Mary. It's the Church's way of thinking through and explaining her role in God's plan of salvation. These aren't ideas that someone just made up last week. They've been discussed, prayed about, and developed by saints, scholars, and everyday believers for nearly 2,000 years. The Church has officially defined a few of these beliefs as dogmas, essential truths of the faith. Think of these dogmas as the 4 pillars that hold up Marian devotion. Pillar 1. She is the Mother of God, Theotokos. Declared at the Council of Ephesus in 431, this underscores Jesus' divinity. Pillar 2. Perpetual virginity. She remained a virgin her entire life, before, during, after the birth of Jesus. For Catholics, this highlights the miraculous nature of Jesus' conception and her complete dedication to God's will. It sets her apart, uniquely consecrated for her mission. Pillar 3. The Immaculate Conception. Not the virgin birth, it's about Mary's own conception. We'll dig into this one more in a bit, but the short version is that Catholics believe Mary was conceived without the stain of original sin. It's like God prepared a perfect, pristine home for his son to live in for 9 months. Pillar 4. The Assumption. At life's end, she was taken body and soul into heaven. It's a promise of what awaits faithful believers. So why do these pillars matter for someone praying in a church in Manila? Because they shape how people relate to her. These beliefs present Mary as human, but exceptionally blessed. She's not divine, but as close to God as a human can get. That position makes her the perfect intercessor. Catholics believe she can take prayers to her son Jesus. It's not bypassing Jesus. It's like asking your mom's best friend to put in a good word for you. And who's a better advocate than the King's own mother? Now for the fourth pillar, the Assumption. This belief is the bookend to the Immaculate Conception. If the Immaculate Conception is about how Mary's life began, the Assumption is about how it concluded. The formal dogma, declared by Pope Pius XIII in 1950, states that after her earthly life was complete, Mary was assumed body and soul into heavenly glory. This means she didn't experience the normal decay of the body after death. Instead, she was taken up completely into heaven to be with her son. It was the fitting end for the woman who had carried God in her womb. Her body, the first tabernacle, was too precious to be left to dust. You might be wondering, is this in the Bible? And the answer is, not explicitly. There's no chapter and verse that says, "And Mary was assumed into heaven." But for Catholics, this belief flows logically from everything else they believe about her. If she was free from original sin, the cause of death and decay, it makes sense that she wouldn't suffer its full consequences. More importantly, it's a testament to her unique and intimate connection to Jesus. He would not allow the body of his own mother, from whom he took his own human flesh, to see corruption. It was her ultimate reunion with the son she loved so dearly. In the Philippines, the Feast of the Assumption on August 15th is another major celebration. While it may not be as big as the Immaculate Conception Feast in some areas, it holds a profound meaning for believers. It's a powerful symbol of hope. It gives people a glimpse of the final destination for all Christians. The Assumption is like a sneak peek into the resurrection that is promised to all who have faith in Christ. Mary goes first, showing everyone the way. It's a promise that our lives, including our physical bodies, have an eternal destiny. God doesn't just save our souls, He plans to redeem us completely. This belief offers immense comfort, especially when people are facing death or grieving the loss of a loved one. The idea that a human being, Mary, is already in heaven, body and soul, makes heaven feel less abstract and more like a real home. It reinforces the idea that we are created for more than just this earthly life. Mary, in her Assumption, becomes the Queen of Heaven, but she's a queen who was once a poor girl from Nazareth. She's one of us. Her glory in heaven doesn't make her distant. It makes her a more powerful advocate and a more tangible sign of the ultimate victory over sin and death. Let's circle back to that title, Mother of God, because it's the foundation for everything else. As we said, this title is really a statement about Jesus, but it also profoundly defines Mary's identity and her relationship with all of humanity. Because she is the mother of Jesus, the head of the body, which is the church, she is also considered the spiritual mother of all the members of that body. This idea comes straight from the Bible. When Jesus was on the cross, he saw his mother and his beloved disciple John standing there. He said to Mary, "Woman, behold your son," and then to John, "Behold your mother." Catholics see this moment as Jesus giving his own mother to be the mother of all believers, represented by John. It wasn't just a personal arrangement for her care, it was a gift to the entire church. So, when a Filipino Catholic prays to Mary, they are praying to their spiritual mother. This relationship is not one of abstract theology. It's deeply personal and emotional. In Filipino culture, the mother, or ilaw ng tahanan, is the heart of the family. She's the one you go to for comfort. She's the one you go to for advice. She's the one you go to for help when you're in trouble. Applying this same dynamic to their relationship with Mary feels completely natural. This is why you'll see such tender and affectionate devotion. People talk to Mary as if she's right there in the room with them. They'll tell her about their day. They'll tell her their worries about their children. They'll tell her their financial troubles. They'll tell her their hopes for the future. You'll see people in churches gently wiping the feet of a statue of Mary with a handkerchief, a gesture of deep love and respect. This isn't worship. It's the kind of affection you'd show to your own beloved mother or grandmother. It's a tangible expression of a deeply felt personal connection. This motherly role also positions her as the ultimate intercessor. Who has more influence with a son than his own mother? The Bible gives an example of this at the wedding at Cana. They run out of wine, a major social disaster. Mary simply goes to Jesus and says, "They have no wine." She doesn't tell him what to do. She just presents the need to him with a mother's simple trust. And he listens. He performs his first miracle. For Catholics in the Philippines, this story is everything. It shows that Mary notices their needs. It shows she has the ear of the one who can do something about it. She is their direct line, their loving advocate in heaven. So we've talked about the big ideas. Now let's look at how all this theology hits the streets. How does this love for Mary actually play out in everyday life in the Philippines? The most common and personal way is through prayer. The Hail Mary is one of the first prayers a Catholic child learns, but the quintessential Marian prayer is the Rosary. It's a string of beads used to count prayers. It's much more than that. A meditation on the life of Jesus, seen through the eyes of his mother. As you pray the Hail Marys, you reflect on key moments: the angel's visit, the resurrection. In the Philippines, the Rosary is everywhere. You'll see them hanging from the rearview mirrors of jeepneys. You'll see them hanging from the rearview mirrors of taxis. A silent prayer for protection on chaotic city streets. Families gather in the evening to pray it together. It's a source of peace and a way to sanctify the rhythm of daily life. During times of national crisis, church leaders have called on the nation to pray the Rosary. It's seen as a powerful spiritual weapon for peace. In 1986, during the People Power Revolution, people knelt in front of tanks. They were praying the Rosary. They were holding statues of Mary. It's a testament to their belief in her powerful motherly protection. But Filipino devotion isn't just quiet and contemplative. Oh no, it's also loud, colorful, and joyful. This is where the fiestas come in. Nearly every town and city has a patron saint. Often that patron is a version of Mary, Our Lady of Manaoag, Our Lady of Peñafrancia, Our Lady of the Rosary of La Naval. The Patronal Fiesta is the biggest event of the year. It involves novenas, 9 days of prayer. It culminates in a massive celebration with processions, music, dancing, a ton of food. It's a beautiful blend of sacred devotion and community celebration. The processions are a sight to behold. A beautifully adorned statue of Mary, a carroza, is paraded through the streets. People line the route, waving handkerchiefs, singing hymns, sometimes setting off fireworks. It's a public declaration of their faith and love. For an outsider, it might look like they're worshiping the statue, but for the devotee, the statue is just a representation. It's a focal point for their love and a reminder of the real person in heaven they are honoring. These fiestas are the heartbeat of Filipino Catholicism. Theology becomes a living, breathing, joyous community experience. It's faith you can see, hear, and feel. The love for Mary in the Philippines is also something you can see with your own two eyes because it's expressed powerfully through art and sacred spaces. Images of Mary are absolutely ubiquitous. Grand cathedrals, small roadside chapels, bustling malls, humble homes. These aren't just decorations, they are windows to the sacred. Each image tells a story and represents a different aspect of Mary's role. There's the sorrowful mother, Mater Dolorosa, grieving at the foot of the cross. There's the glorious Queen, crowned in heaven. And there's the tender mother, holding the infant Jesus. What's fascinating is how these images have been enculturated, a fancy word that means the faith took on local color and character. Many original images were brought by Spanish missionaries, but Filipino artists and devotees have made them their own. Statues are often dressed in elaborate, hand-embroidered gowns made from local fabrics. The finished look resembles Filipino royalty. These images are cared for with incredible devotion across generations. They are not just wood or plaster, they are cherished family heirlooms, vessels of countless prayers and memories. Devotion also centers on Marian shrines. These are churches or sites linked to miracles or venerated images. Minor Basilica of Our Lady of the Rosary of Manaoag in Pangasinan, Basilica of Our Lady of Peña Francia in Naga City. People travel long distances, often as penance or to fulfill a vow, a panata, to pray for healing, to give thanks for a favor received, to feel closer to their Heavenly Mother. But the most important shrine is often the family home. A simple shelf with a few images, a more elaborate cabinet altar, and at the center of that altar you'll almost always find Mary. This is where the family gathers for prayer. It's where they light a candle in times of trouble. It's the sacred heart of the home, a visible reminder that God and the Blessed Mother are part of the family. This domestic devotion underpins the grand public fiestas and pilgrimages. So, after all this, we come back to our question. Why does Marian devotion thrive so much in the Philippines? It's a mix of so many things. Family, respect for one's mother, history of the country, how the Catholic faith was introduced, celebration, community, emotional expressions of faith, tangible expressions of faith. Mary is not a distant theological concept. She is a real, present, loving mother. She understands, she protects, she leads people to Jesus. Mother of the poor, mother of the suffering, a source of comfort in hardship, mother of the family. She holds it all together. She is the queen, a symbol of hope, the ultimate victory of faith. Humility, strength, sorrow, joy. It resonates with the Filipino experience. She is their ina, their mother, a reflection of God's tender, merciful personal love. If you're curious to learn more, you don't have to enroll in a theology class. Start small. If you're in the Philippines, respectfully visit a local church. Sit for a while and just observe. Notice the people coming and going, lighting candles, touching the images. Feel the quiet devotion. Or you could try praying the rosary. You can find guides all over the internet. Just take it slow, one prayer at a time. The goal isn't to get it perfect, but to open your heart a little. Listen to some of the beautiful Filipino hymns to Mary. Let the music wash over you. The best thing you can do is simply engage with an open and respectful heart. Ask a Filipino friend to tell you about their town's fiesta or the story behind the statue in their home. Faith is a story meant to be shared. So, if you're looking, to understand, just listen. And if you're a believer looking to deepen your own faith, look to Mary's example. Look at her trust, her courage, her quiet strength. I encourage you to like this video if it helped you and subscribe for more journeys into the heart of faith and culture. There's always more to learn. And as always, friends, know that you are valuable and you matter. God bless and peace.